Hello guys, welcome back again to another tutorial. My name is Dorothy. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to cut and sew this sexy bodycon dress you see me putting on right now. If this looks like something you're interested in, make sure you watch this video till the very end, and without wasting much of your time, let's get right into the video. The material that I'll be using for this tutorial is this beautiful stretchy fabric. I don't know the name of the fabric actually. I got it in a bill. So if you want to recreate something like this, make sure you get a stretchy fabric. Okay, you can see that the one I'm having here is quite stretchy, so make sure you get a stretchy fabric. So what you're going to do next is to fold your fabric into two, just the way you see me doing. You're going to use the widest part or your biggest part of your body measurement to determine the width of the fabric. For me, the biggest part of my body measurement is the hip. So what my hip is 40, so divide the 40 by 4, and what you're going to have is 10. So the width of this fabric is folded by 10 inches. So when I open this up, it's going to be 20 inches. Okay, and because this fabric is very stretchy, I'm not going to add any sewing allowance to it, so I will just be working with the 10 inches. After that, you're going to determine the length of your dress. On the thumbnail, you can see that it was quite a short dress, but for me, I want my own longer, so I will be working with a length of 45 inches. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to use my ruler to rule a ½ inch line. After that, I'm just going to use my scissors to cut it out. This is going to help me have a straight edge to work with, and this line right here, this straight edge, is going to serve as the starting line or the shoulder line. Now the next thing is to mark our neckline measurement. So the neck width I am working with is 2.5 inches. I mark that. While for the neck depth, from the starting line, I'm going to come down by 3 inches and I'll make a mark. After that, I'm just going to use my chalk to connect the 2 points together to create a round neckline. Now this is not the actual neckline we are going to be working with, because the actual neckline on the thumbnail is an asymmetrical neckline, so we are going to be altering this neckline later. Okay, still here on the shoulder line or on the starting line, you're going to mark half of your shoulder measurement. Now half of my shoulder measurement is 7.5 inches. I'm marking 7.5 inches because of the plate on the shoulder. If not, I would have removed 1 inch from the measurement. This is because the fabric we are working with is quite stretchy. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. On this point, I mark 7.5 inches. I'm going to come down by 8 inches for the armhole line measurement. After marking that, you can use your ruler to connect the 2 points on a straight line, or you can as well use your free hand to connect the 2 points together, just the way you see me doing. And this straight line is the armhole line. I will also extend this line a little bit in a horizontal line, and this horizontal line is going to serve as the chest line. Okay, since our shoulder is not straight, so we need to slanten the shoulder. So on the armhole line, you're going to come down by 1 inch. After that, you're just going to use a free hand, or you can use a ruler to connect a slant line from this point on the armhole line all the way to the neckline like this. The next thing we are going to do is to create the armhole curve. So what you're going to do is to measure whatever you're having on the armhole line, then you divide it into 2 by bending the measuring tape like this. After that, go ahead and mark the midpoint just the way you see me doing. On this point, to mark your midpoint, you're going to come in by ½ inch. Then here on the chest line, you're going to divide your bust circumference measurement by 4 and mark it. Okay, the bust circumference measurement I am working with is 36. 36 divided by 4 is 9. After marking that, you're just going to place the curve part of your ruler like this to create the armhole curve. Now the next thing we are going to do is to mark all the vertical points. So go ahead and place your measuring tape on the starting line or the shoulder line, then come down by your bust measurement. From my shoulder to the bust measurement is 10 inches. I mark that. Then from the shoulder to the waist measurement is 16 inches. I mark that. From the shoulder to the hip measurement is 24 inches. I mark that. And the total length of the dress I am working with is 45 inches, and that's the exact length right here, so there's no need for me to mark again. So after marking the vertical point, go ahead and use a chalk and ruler to make the line invisible by connecting the point in a horizontal line. Remember I told you that if you're making this type of dress, always work with a fabric that is stretchy so that when you're marking your body measurement, you can minus 1 inch or 2 inches from the actual body measurement. So here on the bust point, you're going to mark quarter of your bust circumference measurement. It's the same measurement you have on the chest line, so just go ahead and use a chalk to connect the 2 points together. On the waistline, you're going to divide your waist circumference measurement by 4 and you're just going to mark it right here. Then here on the hip line, I went on to divide the hip circumference measurement I am working with by 4. After dividing it by 4, I minus 1 inch from it. So my hip measurement is 40. 40 divided by 4 is 10. Minus 1 inch is 9 inches. And that's the exact 9 inches I marked here on the hip line. Now here on the length of the dress, I minus 2 inches from what I have on the hip line. So when I divided my hip circumference measurement by 4 and I had 10 inches, I minus 2 inches from it. That is 8 inches. So I use my ruler to connect all the points I have marked like this. Now to create that keyhole on the waistline, the first thing I'm going to do is to highlight this waistline, okay, make it more visible. After doing that, now you're going to go up on the waistline by 3 inches. You can actually do 2 inches or 2.5 inches depending on how wide you want it to be. Then on the waistline like this, you're going to come in by 2 inches. Then below the hip line, you're going to come down by 5 inches. You can actually do 6 inches or 7 inches. Is totally fine, because by the time we are done creating the drawstring, the keyhole will be smaller. After marking all of these points, I'm just going to use my chalk to connect the 3 points together, just the way you see me doing. So guys, we are basically done drafting the front piece, so let's go ahead and cut this out. So guys, this is what we have after we are done cutting, and this is what yours should look like after cutting. So now before we cut out the back piece, let's work on the neckline, because basically both the front and the back pieces are the same. Now for the neckline, you will want to determine which of the shoulder you want to cut out. For me, I'll be taking this side out, so I'm just going to place my curve ruler like this. Then I will connect a curve line from the neckline all the way to this armhole. After that, I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. Now that we are done cutting out the neckline, the next thing we're going to do is to fold another pieces of fabric, place this front piece on it, then cut out the back pieces exactly the same way the front is. And this is exactly what I have after I was done placing the front piece on the back piece. Now let's go ahead and cut this out. So guys, this is what I have after I was done cutting out everything. From the inspiration of this dress, there is a pleat on the shoulder, that is on the front shoulder. So from this back shoulder, now we are going to reduce it by 1 inch. So on the shoulder line, I came in by the 1 inch, then I used my scissors to cut it out. Now the next thing we are going to do is to work on the sleeve. I am working on the sleeve now because I want to weave the entire pieces of this dress. So to do that, the first thing I'm going to do is to join the front and the back shoulders together. Make sure that the both pieces, their right side is facing each other. Now I'm just going to use my office pin to hold the both pieces together on the shoulder line. When you are done with that, you can head over to the sewing machine and join your shoulder by 1/2 inch, or you can as well use your chalk to mark the 1/2 inch sewing allowance before you measure out for the armhole. After doing all of that, the next thing you're going to do is to measure what you have left on the armhole. When I measured this armhole all the way around, what I have left is 9 inches. So I will be using this 9 inches measurements to draft the sleeve. So guys, this is the pieces of fabric that I'm going to use to draft the sleeve, and as you can see, this fabric is already folded into two. The length of the sleeve I am working with is 24 inches, and while the width like we measured on the dress armhole is 9 inches. Okay, so the width of this fold is 9 inches. After marking the length of the sleeve, then I used my ruler to connect the point in the horizontal line, and after that I went on to cut it out. Now to draft the sleeve armhole, on the starting line you're just going to come down by 4 inches, or you can do 4.5 inches. After that you're just going to use your free hand, or you can as well use your curve ruler to do this, but I prefer to use my hand to draw the sleeve curve. After drawing the sleeve curve like this, you can go ahead to measure it if you have the exact 9 inches measurement you are working with on the dress, but because there is a pleat on this dress, I know that I'm going to have excess that is going to cover up for the pleat. And after creating the sleeve armhole, just go ahead and cut it out, and that's pretty much about it. So the next thing I'm going to do is to pack all these pieces to the weaver to weave it. So guys, this is what I have after I was done weaving all my pieces. This is the sleeve, and this is the rest of the pieces for the bodies of the dress. I'm going to keep this piece aside while we work on the front piece. After I was done weaving this, I went on to iron the part that I am going to sew, just to make it easy for me. For the neckline, you can see that I have already ironed the seam line down. That is where I'm going to hem the neckline. So what I'm just going to do is to fold up the neckline like this, because it's already weaved. There's no need to fold it 2 times again. So now I'm just going to head over to the sewing machine and I'm going to run a stitch, and for the second piece I'm going to do the same thing as well. This is what I have after I was done sewing. I've been working with a stretchy fabric, so it's kind of difficult, sewing this fabric. After that, now I'm going to sew this keyhole area. I'm just going to fold it up like this, take it over to the sewing machine, and I'm going to sew it. You can as well use your office pin to hold this down before taking it over to the sewing machine to sew. After pinning this, you're going to do the same thing to the second side as well, and after that you're going to head over to the sewing machine to sew. Also, you're going to repeat the same thing to the back pieces. And guys, this is what I have after I was done sewing the keyhole, and I also did the same thing to the second piece as well. You can see I already sewed the keyhole. You can see how neat this looks. So the next thing I'm going to do is to bring the front pieces, and I'm going to place it on the back pieces like this, right side facing each other. Now go ahead and join your both shoulder line together, then use your office pin to hold it down. Make sure you make a pleat on the front piece just the way you see me doing, and after joining the both shoulder line together, the next thing is to head over to the sewing machine and join the shoulder by 1/2 inch. And also, this is my sleeve. I'm also going to take it over to the sewing machine, and I'm going to hem the length to create casing for the elastic band. So guys, this is what I have after I was done creating the casing that will be passing our elastic through. So the next thing I'm going to do, I have my elastic band here and also my safety pin. So how to get the measurement for your elastic band, you're just going to measure your round wrist measurement. Okay, whatever you have, you're going to cut it out, but if you want your sleeve to be firm around the wrist area, then you need to minus 1 inch or 2 inches from the elastic band. Now you're going to tack your safety pin on the elastic band, then you're going to pass the safety pin through the casing just the way you see me do. Once you get to this edge, slow down. Arrange the elastic band with the fabric very well so that the elastic will not move inside. Once you're done arranging it, you're going to use your office pin to hold it down. After that, you're going to continue passing your safety pin until you get to the other edge. After passing the elastic through the casing, the next thing you're going to do is to head over to the sewing machine and just top stitch on the both sides. But before I do that, I'm going to fix the sleeve on the dress. So I'm just going to bring my dress, then open it up, arrange the armhole and the shoulder line very well. After that, I'm just going to place my sleeve on it, right side facing each other. Now I'm going to use my office pin to pin the sleeve on the dress. So you're just going to take your time, arrange the sleeve on the the dress armhole very well. Make sure you use your office pin to pin it down, and also make sure to create gather around the shoulder line just the way you see me doing. Now once I'm done with that, I'm just going to head over to the sewing machine and I'm going to sew the sleeve. Then you're also going to arrange the side of the sleeve and you're going to stitch this all the way down to the length of the dress. I hope you see how I am directing you. You're not going to stitch the keyhole, you're just going to be stitching the side. So let me head over to the sewing machine and do this. So guys, this is what I have it looking like after I was done stitching the side of the dress. So the next thing we are going to be working on is to gather the keyhole around the waist area. I've already sewn my rope just the same way you know how to, and for this you'll be needing 4 ropes, 2 on each side. So the next thing we're going to do is to use the scissors to notch the end of each side just the way you see me doing. After that, you're just going to use your safety pin to tack your rope, then pass the rope through the casing. So guys, this is what I have after I was done passing the rope. Mind you, I notched the other edge so that the other rope will come out on this other side as well, and I'm going to do the same thing to the second side. So this is what one side looks like, and I also repeat the same process on the second side, and this is what it also looks like. So this is the way you're going to make gathers with the keyhole. Once you're done with that, you can just go ahead and tie it up, or whenever you want to put on the dress, you just gather it up. So guys, we are basically done with this tutorial. For the length of this dress, you can decide to hem the length, but because it is weaved, I am not going to be helming the length, and that's pretty much about it. I hope you find this tutorial very helpful. If you do well by giving this video a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. For now, bye. I will see you all in my next video.